After taking some time to play the newest addition to DVD, the Singularity, I found him to be a killer that I favor a lot and enjoyed playing during this PTB. I really enjoy the flow of his power and how satisfying it is to manually lock on to survivors before relentlessly teleporting to them in the process. If you're still struggling to understand the Singularity's power, I'll give you a brief summary. The Singularity can aim and shoot biopods at surfaces and collision in the map, where then the Singularity can manually monitor these biopods and target survivors by infecting them with Slipstream. Slipstream is an effect that allows the Singularity to teleport to that affected survivor shot by the biopod. Slipstream survivors can also spread their Slipstream to their teammates, making it more risky to complete objectives together. After the Singularity has teleported to that survivor, the Singularity enters this phase called Overlock mode, which allows the Singularity to break through pallets in the way of the Slipstream survivor while teleporting to them, break pallets a lot faster similar to Brutal Strength, and can vault a lot faster similar to Superior Anatomy. However, survivors can counter not only the Singularity's planted biopods, but the Slipstream effect with the Singularity's counter item, the EMP. If the Singularity manages to successfully Slipstream the survivor, but if the survivor is holding the EMP, that survivor can trigger the EMP to get rid of Slipstream. I think the main reason I like this killer is because of how dynamic it feels to play as him. It felt really refreshing to teleport from survivor to survivor while feeling like this unstoppable force that can just rush through pallets and vault windows with a breeze. It's great how there are multiple ways to teleport to survivors and not just one single way, giving you more options. Those ways are of course through the biopods you place or aiming directly at the survivor, though it's recommended to just aim at the survivor then teleport since it's more direct and less stationary, but teleporting to the survivor either way will activate overlock mode. I also just like the mechanic of just shooting at a surface and using the biopods to lock onto survivors. Locking onto survivors felt especially satisfying during chase, where I know that survivor will have the pursuit of a lifetime since I know I have the capability to teleport to them directly if I wanted to. However, if a survivor has an EMP, you can lock onto them with your biopod, but they can shortly disable Slipstream with it in the process, which you would then have to lock onto the survivor again. I'm not a huge fan of the Singularity's perks because I just feel that they won't do enough and can only work in rare scenarios. However, on other killers, I can see some of the Singularity's perks being quite effective. I often play really aggressive and use this chase build to get complete satisfaction out of the overlock mode since I'll break pallets 10 times faster. I'm pretty basic when it comes to add-ons, so most of my games I will usually throw on brown and yellow add-ons. While playing the Singularity, I equip the Kid's Ball Glove, which increases the duration of my overlock mode by 25%, and Cryogel, which spreads Slipstream between survivors by 25% faster. The Cryogel add-on is more of a toss-on until I explore more of which other add-on will be very useful. What I also like about this killer and really surprised me because I wasn't aware of it at all is that this killer has voice lines.
It will be fast, possibly painless. Die fast, please. It is over.
Evil fuck. I like that the Singularity looks like this parasitic amalgamation, but the AI voice sounds so calm. It gives off this more unnerving feel. I especially like the voice lines during his Mori where he's sarcastic about the survivor's death experience not being painful and taunting the survivor while killing them. Not to mention, this is probably one of the most brutal Moris yet. If I could think of one issue while playing the Singularity, is that the EMP can be really annoying by how effective it is, or can be I should say, in the right hands. When playing against very skilled survivors, I often found myself constantly having to reapply my Slipstream on survivors surrounded by their teammates with EMPs, since just the push of a button and a short wait can deactivate the Slipstream and kill the flow of the teleportation. It didn't help that the survivor movements were extremely solid, and that made it even harder to get a lock on. I think a short cooldown after using an EMP should happen so survivors don't have to use EMP so frequently. It also wouldn't feel like you're just wasting your time to apply Slipstream to a survivor, meanwhile it really wouldn't matter in the first place. However, the Singularity has no cooldown when shooting its biopods, except when it's in overlock mode, so it does feel less draining since you can always just shoot more biopods to catch a survivor or survivors. The map is visually stunning, but it is too cluttered and you could get lost pretty quickly. At some moments I had a hard time attempting to chase survivors since it just felt like their scratch marks were blending in with the environment. I also had to add that I was a pain in the ass trying to lock onto survivors and apply Slipstream on this map since everything felt so close together in a way. Some moments I saw the survivors through my biopod but couldn't lock on because of the parts of the environment were blocking my vision. Every killer has a map that can potentially be a problem for them, so maybe this map just ain't it. Like I I said though, I think the visual design is outstanding and we really need to get more diverse maps like this. As for the Singularity, he is a blast to play and it is a very engaging killer for this year's anniversary. The Singularity will surely be my new main and I'm very curious as to what skins he may get in the future. Killers like this give me more hope that behavior has the potential to consecutively release dynamic killers of this magnitude that can bring something brand new to the game. I really look forward to playing the Singularity as time goes on, and I can't wait until full release. Let me know how you guys feel about the Singularity. Is he fun? Is he not fun? Let me know down below. Love y'all. Take care. I'm gonna see you on the next one, and peace.